Hi, this is the team from Digital Marketing Surrey. Today we're going to talk about digital marketing for SME businesses during a pandemic and 9 top tips that you can take start away. Are you struggling with whether or how to continue your digital marketing in the current climate? If so, the following 9 tips will help you. The phrase, "May you live in interesting times," often attributed to being an interpretation of a traditional Chinese curse, but is believed to be from an analysis of a speech by Joseph Chamberlain in the 19th century, and it couldn't be more truer today. We are unquestionably living in uncertain and unprecedented times, at least in modern memory, where there are challenges to both our personal and business lives. However, this shouldn't mean that things have to stop. Instead, for now at least, we need to do things differently. The way we conduct our business, how we communicate with our teams, our customers, our family, our friends, needs to be adjusted. It's not business as usual. There will be a new norm, but we're not there just yet. Whether your company has briefly stopped all business, has chosen or been encouraged to work remotely, how you approach your digital marketing presence will have changed in reaction to the present health crisis. Whether you're managing your own online marketing activity or you've engaged a digital marketing company, the following is a list of 9 tips for how SME business owners across London and the home counties can continue to market their products or services. So, cutting straight to the chase. First of all, recognize that things are different for your clients. Advise your clients that you're there for them. You do have their backs. Secondly, communicate. If you've changed what you're doing or when, inform your customers. Keep your messaging clear, concise, and accurate. 3. Provide value. This was never truer than now. 4. If you're running paid advertising, check any running paid ads. The click-through rates are likely to have changed and potentially not for the better. Your copy, the extension that is used. Make sure that your ad copy and any extensions are appropriate. It needs to be sensitive to people's concerns. SEO. Consider allocating resource to review or enhance your on and off-page material. 7. Optimise for multiple channels. Ensure you're able to engage with your market consistently across each digital platform that they're on. 8. Collect data. Understand who's visiting your site, where they're going, what they're doing. This will help inform your ROI. 9. Recognize when you need help. No business is an island. When you need help, ask for it. Okay, that's the short version. Now to expand on each of the items above. Okay, let's go over these in a bit more detail. First off, recognizing that things have changed. Now, more than ever, it's vital to recognize that it's not BAU anymore for anyone. Many organizations, small and large alike, are seeking financial assistance to assist with covering things like payroll, costs, and various other debts. There are many who've been required to close, have lost a substantial percentage of customers, have decreased to skeleton teams, and or are working 100% remotely. And if you're like me, whilst working from home, we're also now homeschooling the kids. In unprecedented times like these, it's vital to recognize that it's okay to strike the pause button on advertising for non-urgent matters. Think about moving your focus to ways in which your service can assist current customers amid this health crisis. Regardless of a cutback in businesses that can remain open right now, it's encouraging to see lots of substantial firms are advertising their items while recognizing the effect that COVID-19 is triggering on our everyday lives. If you've not done so already, devise a top-level strategy with realistic goals and KPIs to measure effectiveness. Adjust as necessary, as this will help maintain momentum. However this pandemic is impacting your business or industry, in general, be sure to share announcements with your clients. This keeps you agile and maintains momentum. One of the benefits small and medium-sized companies have to offer to their clients over the larger organizations is their agility and ability to adjust quickly to changing demands. A simple email or social post will advise clients that you have their backs and that your company values a lot more than just its bottom line. Ask your customers how they are, what assistance you might be able to offer. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Have you changed what you do or when? Some simple examples which you may have seen on the news: some companies have been able to repurpose their operation, be it to produce PPE equipment, whether those are masks or gowns. This might not have been something they were doing before, but they have the equipment and they're able to make those changes. As a result, their business is open, or their business open hours have changed. They're most likely working extended hours. Let your customers know if you're open longer or if your hours have changed and what it is you're doing has changed. Let them know how they can contact you. In addition to letting people know when they can contact your business, you're able to update your description to offer more information regarding any additional safety measures you are taking or if there are changes in service. Update your Google My Business profile to reflect the changes in hours and/or descriptions if applicable. There are multiple methods to inform your customers of these changes. You could pin a banner to your website, send an email, or put a post on social media platforms. Consider engaging a local marketing agency who offers social media services. Alerting consumers of your business's existing tweaks of processes will relieve any anxiety they may have and inform them of any limitations in services before they get on the phone and make an inquiry. A handy tip: if you are providing items that are flying off the proverbial shelf, make sure you have sufficient stock to meet demand. To stop this, you can temporarily exclude these items from your shopping campaigns. That way, you are not a threat of showing an ad for an item that you no longer have, and consequently incurring the cost. For brick and mortar services, adjusting your strategy might imply minimal spending plans or pausing particular campaigns. This was a strategy recently adopted by the supermarkets to bring a level of control to matters when people who had gone rushing in. The goal here is to help you adjust your messaging accordingly so you can continue purposeful, quality interaction with your audience and stand firm with your customers. As always, but particularly now, communication should be kept clear, concise, and accurate. Provide value. During the current climate, buyers, whether as consumers or on behalf of their business, are being more cautious. That's probably unlikely to end once the current challenges have passed. This will make it harder for some businesses to secure sales. However, it does create an opportunity. Think about those things that to you might seem to be very obvious or not particularly important, but which to someone else actually is a great insight or something they could do themselves. A simple example: if you're going on video conferences, which a lot of people use at the moment, and it's an important one, don't rely on using your Wi-Fi connection. Have a cable that you can plug directly into your router. That will ensure you get the strongest signal possible. In the current climate, differentiate which of your products, services are fundamental essentials and which are more discretionary. It's more vital than ever to understand the distinction and align your marketing messages accordingly. You don't want to be the only service of your sector trying to sell when everyone else is providing support. Again, a simple example, or a very good example: major supermarkets, when there was a significant rush on their products, have prioritized their delivery slots, and they have also set aside particular opening hours for the elderly and key workers. This is a less convincing but more subtle method of selling your product or your services. Alternatively, think about creating and telling a story and building relationships with both existing and potential new customers. Do this deliberately. Aim to create content about your products or your services. Set the story so that it engages the reader or viewer if using video, and they become vested in your business. This will help when they are choosing from whom to buy. Building trust is critical. Thankfully, the power of the internet and technology has helped to put the word out and share one story. Mix things up a little in how you communicate. Try to do things differently. Bring in humour. The goal is to stand apart from your competitors, even allowing for social distancing. This pandemic is a good pointer that it's much simpler and less expensive to market to existing clients versus seeking new ones. The critical question here is, what else can you do to help your existing clients? Can you offer extra services or products? Can you speed up your delivery, perhaps for an additional cost? Can you provide more with a bulk discount? Can you partner with another business to improve your product and services? Individuals want to feel like you're treating them with respect. Offering solutions that help address their challenges will enhance client loyalty. No one is going to ignore COVID-19 in a hurry. It will be talked about for years to come, and individuals will have stories to outline brand names, experiences, and possibly your customer support. So make sure it's for all the right reasons. Running paid advertising, pay-per-clicks, CTRs, click-through rates. Let's by no means overlook what's going on the home front, whether that's trying to work from home at the same time as homeschooling the kids and all the other usual more mundane home chores. Striking that balance between home and work can be tough at the best of times, and particularly so now. That's the bad news. The excellent news is that this is a distinct chance that comes perhaps once in a lifetime. Consider it as an opportunity to buy Google or Facebook ads when others are cutting their advertising budgets, or maybe to raise the profile of your business and associated products and services. Now is the time to start an increase, not reduce your marketing efforts. Focus resource on those essential services or products or building a brand awareness. This is how you can gain a competitive advantage in the months and years to come. Trade conventions are clearly not the choice in the current constraint. However, there are multiple tools readily accessible to us all, even on our phones, that we can use to raise awareness of our business and our brands. It's essential to remain on top of how shifting markets may impact your paid search and paid social accounts, from altering click and impression volumes to changing expenses. Paid ads reflect the market. It's not the market itself. If someone's promoting expensive watches and the search trend for these items have dramatically reduced, leads and sales are likely to follow suit. Know your numbers. Be this the number of visitors, price per click, per impression, per lead, per conversion, etc. Your budget and associated costs will change accordingly. It's vital to stay on top of your click-through rates and any and all call to actions. If you're working with a web marketing agency, speak to the team managing your account to obtain a current report as to your pay-per-click services. At this point, if you do have to lower your budget, consider briefly suspending non-essential campaigns and focusing ad spend on branded terms due to the higher quality traffic they naturally receive. For those SMEs that have tight yearly spending plans, the reallocation of ad investment towards more effective marketing campaigns could be vital to your success. Copy and extensions. In addition to updating your profile, it's worthwhile to update your advertisement copy and extensions to show any modifications. This is specifically crucial if you have any call-out extensions mentioning your company hours. There has been a lot that has taken place as a direct and indirect outcome of COVID-19. The tone of your copy is critical. Misjudge it, and you could unintentionally come across as unaware or ignorant, or worse, arrogant. The present crisis has affected people on an individual level and globally, so the risk of unintentionally coming off as insensitive and even exploitative is higher than ever today. With social networks, communication is at a peak. One little error could have far-reaching and long-term negative consequences for your business. With that in mind, change unimportant propositions like more dog walks or more diners in your premises to something more neutral like more leads, no pun intended, or more prompts like more web-based orders. Reword inappropriate call to actions like join now for facilities that are closed. Use words to reinforce the security of your audience, such as contact-free, virtual, remote, at home, downloadable, shipment, and online. Don't forget to examine your automated emails or set up posts for importance and appropriateness. Everybody's having to make adjustments right now and setting into new rhythms. You won't, or should not, make the above changes to all of your copy unilaterally. Start with top traffic content and brand new content moving forward. Develop a spreadsheet of the changes you make so you can monitor and what changes or what needs to be changed when things settle back into the new norm. Things will go back to regular sooner or later, a new normal, however, a normal nonetheless. This virus may be a brand new era and your messaging and deals may change, but your copywriting standards need to be the same. You are still supplying information, including worth and communicating to your audience, and that needs to be in tune with their requirements. Search engine optimization, SEO. Some will have had, out of choice or necessity, paused or decreased their online marketing with pay-per-click, be this on Google, Facebook ads, or other platforms, and move that spending over to SEO. With this method, they can make enhancements to their organic rankings that will help them surpass their rivals when this pandemic is over. If you have turned off ads and you can manage to continue to buy marketing, I'd highly advise reallocating that spending plan to enhance your search rankings. A competent digital agency will be able to provide you with SEO services. Some enhancements can be made to both on and off-page aspects of your website or other digital platforms. Now is a great time to review these to assess how well they're working. Unlike pay-per-click, the changes made to your website or other platforms will remain long after they're made, and as long as they're relevant. They don't end when the paid campaigns stop. Ensuring that your site has been optimized will help with organic traffic and your presence on the search results going forward. Optimize for multiple channels. If you have a brick and mortar organization where you're no longer able to see customers or patients in person, then see if you're able to generate revenue or generate leads or set consultations through other methods. For instance, can you change your delivery techniques during this pandemic? Lawyers and accountants, for example, could use virtual meetings instead of in-person consultation, and the same goes for financial consultants as well as other professionals and specialists. A business that typically offers in-person services should consider promoting products rather than those services, considering that they can't see individuals in person. One such example, spas. Other organisations might be able to provide discounts for payment upfront. For example, could your business provide a bond where consumers pay £75 to get £100 worth of product service in the future when the activity resumes? The beauty of social media during this pandemic is its ability to develop sociability through digital platforms. A change in regular work settings and social distancing has been difficult for lots of people. We can and will continue to interact with each other with the aid of the internet. With more of us spending considerably more time online and the various digital platforms, your business must be able to engage and interact accordingly. Ensure that you're speaking with one voice, giving a clear message across each of the touch points with your company. Selling does not always mean aggressive emails. Being active on your social network platforms will subconsciously remind individuals of your brand and let them know that you exist if they need your business. Likewise, it's easier to promote your services naturally as you aren't straight out asking people to buy from you. If, for example, they see your product and service on Twitter, it's their choice whether or not to get in touch. Track your website data. 2 areas, visitors and to understand what is and isn't working. You might think your website is the best thing since sliced bread, but some visitors will simply come and go with little to no engagement. Track the bounce rate, where they arrive and where they exit. Find a means by which to engage these visitors. Either when on your website, chatbots are a good example, or for a free, useful ebook, which is available when they share their email. You can then start to build up a relationship. Seek to determine what is and what isn't working. It can be a challenge to determine what exactly is going on when people visit your site, but with the appropriate data, you'll be able to make informed decisions about your key metrics. Without this data, it's very much speculation, and you won't know where to focus resources and therefore be able to scale and get the best return on investment. And lastly, recognize when you need help. It's all well and good to recognize and be aware of your customers' challenges, but what about your business? Don't overlook it. It's easy to get caught up in the current melee, but you must keep in mind that your customers will still exist beyond the current challenges. How you treat them in the meantime will really make a difference. This ties into the peak end rule theory, the idea that we only keep in mind the most extreme feelings we've experienced in a particular scenario, rather than all the pleasant or negative emotions in between. Identify where you need help and reach out to those who can help. People respond to requests for support and assistance. So, to recap, this pandemic will pass. Business will continue, most likely under a new norm. Recognize the challenges of your clients, communicate clearly with them, and see where you can add value. Look into your business to work out how, where you could do things differently. Check the spend on paid adverts, and if necessary, reallocate to SEO. It will pay dividends in the long run. Track visitors to your site. Don't overlook your challenges. Your business is just as critical. So that's it. We hope you found these items useful and informative. And naturally, if we can be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Our contact details are here. Email us at info@digitalmarketingsurrey.co.uk and one of the team will be happy to get in touch and see how we can help.